You are an individual. Building a relationship with your provider helps them understand you as a lifestyle, as goals, as a starting point, and as how to optimize the outcomes you're truly trying to achieve. Somewhere along the way, aesthetic medicine has become transactional. People are shopping for how much is a unit of Botox, how much is a syringe of filler, when really these are the wrong questions. The better question is, what does my face or body actually need? The reason for this is because one treatment almost never solves the problem. I honestly don't blame people for thinking this way. It's been confusing. Groupon sells units, monthly specials, buy one, get one free syringe. These lead us to shop like we're shopping on Amazon. You have one purchase, one person performs the service, and you're done. But this isn't how aging works. When we talk about a la carte, we think about building a home. Would you hire the contractor that's going to put in your doors and windows before you poured your foundation? That doesn't seem like the right order. Well, aesthetics is the same. People are coming in asking for their topical Botox filler before they even have healthy skin. So we use this analogy to try and create something that makes sense. I love to help people better understand aging on so many levels. We think about deep support, our foundation. This is our bone, fat pads, muscle, ligaments, tendons, loss of volume, actual support, collagen loss, how many years we've been in the sun, how our skin integrity is. What we really need to think about is, can one syringe really fix all of this? Let's talk about the shopping mentality. I hear this every week. I saw this on Instagram. I want what she's having. I think I need a syringe of filler. Could you imagine going into your primary care doctor saying, I've already diagnosed myself. I just need an antibiotic, and having them fill out a prescription? The diagnosis comes before the treatment, and that's exactly how it should work in aesthetics. I recently had a patient come in. She was convinced she needed multiple syringe of filler. Everything feels heavy. And when I examined her, I realized it wasn't a loss of volume. It was a loss of collagen. And so her skin integrity had weakened. It was heavier. But if I had injected multiple syringe of fillers in her, I actually would have made her look heavier. We use this analogy, Martha versus Arthur. So instead, we started with Sculptra. And in the long run, she made this investment strategically. She has spent less and come out with a better outcome. Now, instead of looking heavier and looking like Arthur, she looks beautiful, feminine, rested, refreshed, and we've achieved the results she was actually looking for. Most people's faces and bodies aren't built on one appointment. They're built over dozens of decisions over the years. Your wellness is the same. You think about fitness, and it's not built on one salad. It's not built on one workout. Consistency wins, and aging works in the same exact way. No one expects a six-pack after one workout. They don't expect to retire after one paycheck. They don't expect to have the most healthy teeth after one brushing. Why do we expect that aesthetics will stop aging in one appointment or one syringe? A good injector is not just thinking about what happens today. They're thinking about your 5-year plan. Will this help the next steps get easier? Because every treatment that we do should make the next treatment come out better, last longer, and be more predictable and easier to achieve. We don't want to create a next problem. We don't want to create something else to correct. There was a point in time where I realized I didn't enjoy selling treatments. I enjoyed helping people build confidence. Selling treatments creates transactions. Building relationships creates transformations. This has been one of the hardest things about building a team, hitting goals, and helping people achieve in-office experiences that have always come so naturally to me. I don't want it to be a sale. I want it to be a relationship where we understand your true outcomes, your goals today and long term. What we actually build in the consultation is a true understanding. What's happening biologically? How is your skin integrity? What are your hormones doing? Have you tried other services? What have you enjoyed and not? What does your budget look like? Do you have a timeline or a special event that we need to address and make sure that we have results in time for? Can you see that we have not once talked yet about a product? Moving away from a la carte doesn't mean that we want you to feel like you have to do everything. We just want you to understand the order of priority. So in our consultation, we keep it to simple 5 topics. These are in the order of priority that is important to you, and then reviewed in an order of priority that makes the next step easier. For example, I don't want to put filler in skin that's hanging to your knees. I've actually found that saying no has built trust over the years. It's not because I don't want to help, but because if I said yes to everybody and their initial requests, I could actually create more harm than good. Mistake number 1, we're treating aesthetics like shopping. These are relationships, not a one-time transaction. Mistake number 2, we're following influencers instead of anatomy. We need complete, thoughtful consultation and a true understanding of us as an individual. Mistake number 3, new always means better. There are cowboys out there in the industry, and I appreciate them. At Powell Studio, we're always watching how things evolve. We want to make sure that the outcome that can be delivered and the safety is also in alignment. Mistake number 4 is thinking that more filler equals younger. We've come to realize that over time, using filler strategically for fine-tuning is really the way to go in order to create feminine, youthful faces or masculine, pronounced results. Mistake number 5 is not maintaining your results. I see people over and over again. They want to make sure that it's budgeted, that they're not wasting, that they're not overpaying, but they are investing a lot of money and time and strategizing, creating an outcome, and then not coming back. And so we want to make sure that you understand protecting your investment means strategically following up, having consistency, whether it's at-home regimens, in the office, and making sure that you are protecting every penny. A common misconception is that if I spend more money, I'll get better results. But what we've come to realize is that by better planning, it always beats spending more. Someone recently gave me this analogy as I was trying to explain this, and I loved it. My own cleaning lady, if she comes every other month, it's much more expensive than if she comes twice a month or even once a month. The reason is more dust has settled, things have progressed even more, which leaves her more work of correction, time, and supplies. The same is in your aging process and in our treatment room. If someone comes to Powell Studio expecting us to sell you what you've asked for, you'd be pleasantly surprised. Not because we're trying to complicate things or make it more difficult, but because by asking many questions, we're protecting your confidence, we're protecting your investment and your long-term goals. I always thought that aesthetic medicine should be more like having a financial advisor, instead of like shopping at a department store. They're helping you to make smarter decisions, protecting you from expensive mistakes, and protecting your future. This is exactly why we stepped away from the a la carte model. Not to make things harder, but because we realized that relationships build better results than transactions ever will. Powell Studio's goal is to create beautiful, natural results that still look incredible years from now.